We're here to watch.
I'm covering my green
True
top.
Memoirs of an International Assassin and not cover your top.
And not cover your top.
I'm wearing a green top.
He's wearing a green top, so everything's going to go right through it anyway.
Yes.
And it's starring our friend,
Kevin James.
who is absolutely...
Fat.
We can't say that, Jason.
Kind of a fat bloody KGB operator or whatever he is. What is he?
FBI? No, CIA.
No, he's an international assassin.
No, he's an international assassin. So he's working for...
You didn't even listen to the name of the title of the movie.
We just watched the trailer right now. This is a Netflix exclusive, by the way. Much like the Adam Sandler 6 movie deal, I think it was. They've released one, I think, at the moment. Which is, I don't know if you've seen it. It's, don't. It's terrible. It's just bloody horrible. Anyway, so we're going to go and watch this now, and we'll come back afterwards. We're going to have a couple of Cokes.
We started already.
You know, and
it's going to be shit.
It's going to... We'll see what... well, yeah, thank you very much for that.
You can tell by the advert, the trailer, that's why I hate watching
Actually, I hadn't seen the trailer until just now. I'd been told the movie looks terrible, but I'm actually...
There's lots of money.
No, I like the trailer.
Yes, I'm actually not. I'm not actually hating the movie so far because the trailer actually looks a little bit funny. Those are probably the funny moment. You are non-biased, Jason. You don't even know what that means. So I'm actually hopeful. I reckon let's do a pre out of 5 and a post out of 5. What would you give it out of 5?
I would go with a 3 at the moment. Because it looks like a silly comedy.
I'll give it a 3 at the moment as well. OVG?
I'm non-biased.
Okay, Jason's...
He doesn't believe in numbers.
Yeah, anyway. He doesn't know how to count to 5, so yeah.
Graphics, 100%.
Okay.
Sound, went with the graphics, 100%. Visuals, almost close to CGI. 100%.
Are you talking about him or are you talking about the movie?
I'm trying to rate it like Lazy Gamer, man.
Oh yeah, we're allowed to say Lazy Gamer because they are, of course,
Lazy
Gamers, aren't they? Yeah, so I'll give it a 3 out of 5 as well.
How long is it?
As I said, it's an hour and 29 minutes, I think it was.
I wasn't looking.
I'm curious.
So how many beers can we drink in an hour and 3?
We're going to find out. We're going to find out how many we need to drink in that time to actually cope with it. And I love the fact you're using a green can, which is really going to work in this, Jay. Thank you.
I like green.
Yes, you do. Even though you're colourblind, you see it as red. Anyway, it's cool. We'll see you guys in an hour and a half. I'm hoping we're still going to be as bubbly as we are right now.
It will be bubbling. Anyway.
That's babbling. There's a difference. And yeah, we'll see you now. Wow. Anyway, we just watched
a movie.
A movie called...
Fuck knows.
True Memoirs of an International Assassin.
Now we came in here thinking it was going to be a 3, I would say.
Yes. Jason
thought it would be a...
Nothing, non-biased.
Non-biased, sorry.
Yeah, we're not Kevin James fans.
And we spent like an hour, I said an hour and 29 minutes, I think it's an hour and 37 minutes, sorry. So my bad. And I have to say, on the count of 3, let's go for, 0 to 5 kind of story. Let's go on a count of 3. We'll say what we believe. We haven't actually done this, it's not pre-organised or whatever. So on a count of 3, 3, 2, 1, 4.
Yep. I'm going with 4.
5.
I've seen the internet and of course. And yes, there's a lot of rage and stuff like that about this movie, and not really rage, sorry, but a lot of disappointment about the movie. It's on 2.5. It's on 2.5 on Netflix, okay?
It's one of the best parodies I've seen in a very long time.
Absolutely, and it is so self-referential. It's so fourth wall breaking, not like Deadpool fourth wall, but it pops up with these little. This is the scene, and then it sort of...
Like Romancing the Stone.
Yes, like Romancing the Stone, as a matter of fact. Yes, absolutely right. You mentioned this earlier today.
It's not really fourth wall. What do you call that?
3.5 walls with a door.
Like
3.5 with a door, maybe. And I must say, we went in, and we were really not particularly looking forward to
that trailer. That trailer was...
No, the trailer wasn't bad.
No. The trailer was not bad.
Well, the movie was better than the trailer.
Yes, actually, it's one of those times where... Okay, they did show one of the scenes from the very end, of course, in the trailers, which they always...
But you don't know, after watching the film, if that was the end or not. Yes. But when you saw it in context, it makes
absolute sense. And you laugh your ass off. Now, as far as laughing, Trevor, how much have you laughed in this movie?
A hell of a lot. At least an hour of that movie I was laughing.
Absolutely. I mean, we had to rewind a couple of the scenes, but we had to rewind because we were laughing so much.
That you missed things.
The most fun I've had since watching Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I lost Action Hero.
This is like a modern take of what... I mean, that was all about him, though. That was like the fourth wall breaker there. But this is obviously the more the Romancing of the Stone author type stuff, where you just need a concentration span of at least 5 minutes, which worked perfectly for me.
Of course, yes. That's why I went shut up right now. So shut up, Jason. Let the real adults talk, okay? No, seriously, they have some real caliber actors in there as well. My favorite is Andy Garcia. Absolutely brilliant. When he was on the scene, I mean, you love him anyway.
Yes.
So, I mean, what do you think about Andy Garcia? Come on.
He was fantastic. He played his role perfectly.
I mean, as a sort of he was
Like
a rebel.
The president in exile, freedom fighter general.
Yeah,
that was him.
And he is so funny. I'm sorry. Jason did have some concerns about the female actress. I'm sorry, I forget her name right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
it's probably because I'm coming off the SJW bandwagon after playing Lara Croft, the latest one, and everything.
She was
basically pulled out of one of those old Red Alert Command and Conquer FMV scenarios where it's just full of
but that's
tits
fine,
and
because that's the stereotype of that type
and
of
then
movie.
Exactly,
and then
absolutely
they
right.
yes,
Yeah.
and then they threw it back at you.
Yes, they did. They threw it right in your face, and they did it brilliantly.
Yeah, they didn't hold back. They weren't trying to be clever with it at all, and that's the reason. If you have a bunch of friends around, basically, and you want to get drunk or you want to sit and just chill, kind of thing, this is the sort of movie that you actually want to watch because it's hell of a. It's a load of fun.
This was fun.
I'm still coming off fucking Ghostbusters.
It's one of the funniest movies I've seen this year.
Absolutely,
It really
I completely agree with you. Yeah. Just looking at some of my notes over here, like one of the lovely little sort of notes that I did over there is the songs.
Yes.
The music is all very Western music, isn't American music, but they put Spanish lyrics in there instead.
It's Spanish remixes of 80
Full
songs.
colors. Thank God it was a
Collins.
Latino.
I mean, it was a Latino. I mean, he almost walked out because he heard Phil Collins, and he was like, "No, hang on, we got Spanish lyrics in here instead."
Yeah, the stereotyping was amazing.
It was absolutely
There
brilliant.
was so much attention to detail in everything that they did.
No, not just that. Also the action, the
yes.
The fight scenes were great.
Bloody hell,
Yes.
they were
Even
actually
Kevin
better than
James.
one of these Jason Statham films.
No, Kevin James is quite a large gentleman, as you guys know, and
He did that well.
he did very well. As Trevor mentioned earlier today,
We're not his fans.
we're not his fans. We're not
Who?
particularly great fans. The main guy.
And he's won me over with this.
He actually has.
He
actually has. I would watch another Kevin James movie.
He's got a
Based
shagging face. He's got a shagging face. That means basically when you're pissed off and you put on your shagging face, you're a badass motherfucker. And he was in this.
He was badass. I'm not quite sure what he's saying, but that's okay. So we'll leave Jason alone. And one of my favourites, not moments because there's so many of them, is the gentleman in his underpants.
Yes.
What the
Damn, that was done so well. The sort of elaborate guy with chiseled ribs and everything.
The stereotypical Russian mafia boss.
And he just has underpants. And there was a
Peacock Speedo, for God's sake.
golden
Spoilers,
speedo,
spoilers.
golden socks. Come
Yes.
on. There was a particular scene where he's talking to his butler, and the butler's going on. No, that's not really a spoiler at all. And the butler's going on about how he's seen him grow up to be a man, and he turns and goes, "I've known him for 4 years."
The writing was brilliant.
Yes, the writing. And who's the writer again?
It was Jeff Morris.
Yeah, and who's also known as
Jeff Morris, who wrote the Grumpy Cat movie. I can't believe it. That same person wrote those 2 movies.
I actually cannot get Grumpy Cat and this movie together because Grumpy Cat, we don't want to talk about that at all. The less we say about that. But the guy was brilliant. The wit and the humour, the playing of humour.
It was very quick.
Made it very straight, which made that humour so good, worked so well.
I was worried it was going to drop from Stilton cheese to cheddar cheese.
It was really violent.
It was yes, it was bloody violent.
Yes.
Excuse the pun. Really bloody
and very
violent.
cleverly filmed because there were scenes that you've watched so many times in other films before, but you actually see the outcomes of the tape.
In Romancing the Stone, they don't jump back to the actual author sitting there in front of the computer and typing and stuff. In this, they do for the first
that was good shit.
third, I would say, a quarter maybe.
Yes.
And that was brilliant. That was my favourite.
That worked so well.
It really worked so well.
You see, when the author's sitting there struggling to figure out what he wants, his characters are standing there going.
Yeah, I mean, for example, at the very beginning, one of these Mexican guys, a big heavy, gets blown up by an RPG, and
No, it was him. Kevin Joseph.
Oh, sorry. Yes, absolutely. Sorry. And while he's sitting and he's trying to work. No, it's at the very beginning of the movie. So.
Oh.
And so he's sitting there, he's trying to work out what actually, he's like, hang on, no, that actually doesn't work because it'll kill the guy.
Yes.
And so he sits there at his
And
computer.
there's that blood splat on the
And there's a little blood splatter on this pillar, on this like column. And while he's sitting there and he's trying to work out what the hell to type, you actually jump back into the book. And the guys are sitting there and
he's
you know,
kicking the
enemies.
drum on the
And he's like, hey bro, what's
how you doing?
How you kind of thing.
I'll
Like,
see you later. You know?
I'll see you later. And then the next thing he's fucking stabbing the guy. Kind of thing.
Carried away, where you're expecting
it's not
that
stupid.
fourth wall breaking every 5 minutes that it gets
It's not
tiring.
no.
You actually, it's timed very well. The pacing is perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, the pacing is very well done. Jason did have a bit of an issue with the romance of it, but
There's no romance.
There is no
really.
romance.
But
There's
no,
literally
see, but
no
they made
romance.
us think that on
Yes.
purpose.
No, I don't think they made us think that. I think we came in there with preconceived ideas.
But that's what you expect when you go into a movie like this. You expect there to be, the guy.
If
gets
you're
the
one of my
girl,
agents
and all
I've
that
ever
stuff.
known
It doesn't happen.
has died.
Right.
Kids though.
That is for
What
kids.
target
This is
market?
not for kids. There's swearing.
This is
there's
actually
lots
on
of
par
violence.
with
yes.
Rambo almost.
And it's brutal violence.
It is brutal violence too. I mean,
Yeah.
you see a guy fall from a
Yes.
and it lands on his back, and he snaps his back. It's pretty. It's
It's very-
brutal.
And we
It's
shouldn't be
very-
laughing.
I mean, we shouldn't be laughing, but we
But it
have
was
to carry
funny.
Jason out of the room.
It's very 80s.
Yes, it's very.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like a. Actually, I like it.
Yeah.
It's very Rambo in a
Imagine-
certain way.
It's like a comedy Expendables.
Yes, actually, I'll go.
Yeah.
There. I'll go with the comedy Expendables.
And it doesn't get
Yeah.
tiring. There's no long scenes in
Yes.
between, or the romance thing started at halfway through, and I was getting tired of that. I was like, "What the hell's going on here? This is so cliche." But then it turned around because I knew the audience was going to think that.
Yes.
And they went, "No, screw you. This
And
chick's
actually-
actually badass."
Actually, Jason makes
Her
a
She
fighting
was.
scenes were amazing.
Yeah, she was brilliant. Actually,
Better
the
than
fight
Lucy
scenes.
Liu,
Both of these
man.
guys actually made, which Trev mentioned it earlier, and Jason mentions it now, but they actually play on the audience's expectations of what cheese is.
Yeah.
And then they turn around, they do a complete about turn. And that, to me, makes the movie way more
Yes.
than a 6.
Yeah.
And that's why
five.
This is a really smart movie.
it is a very smart movie.
For what it is, I gave it 5 out of 5 because that was a good roller coaster ride.
If we were
That's a fair. That's fair. Because
I think it's fair.
It does
I'm
exactly
not
what it does.
judging.
if we're sitting here and only talking about comedy movies,
Yeah.
all made, like ever made, like slapstick comedy movie. Actually, no, it wasn't
That's
that
not slapstick.
slapstick. It wasn't
No.
even
It
that
wasn't
slapstick.
slapstick.
It wasn't
slapstick.
slapstick.
I was breaching at the point where I was expecting it to come
And it
any
just
minute
never
now.
went there.
It never went there.
No,
It never went
this
there.
was a
It
smart
wasn't. It was intelligent.
comedy.
It knew its
And I mean,
line.
you literally love, and I'm not even joking, you literally love some of the antags, like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to break it down for the last couple of minutes, I suppose. Trev, give me a 30-second breakdown of what you thought of the movie.
I loved this movie. It's one of the funniest movies I've seen this year. It is something that I would definitely watch again. I would recommend it to anyone who wants to see a good comedy.
I concur. I went in there with massive preconceptions because of the internet and what it's sitting in right now. Like I said, on Netflix itself, which is a Netflix movie, by the way, they're sitting on 2.4, but actually lower than 2.4. It's like 2.3 or something like that. And I was not particularly looking forward to watching this movie. I'm buzzing right now, not because of anything else, like, this kind of thing.
I mean, you only drank one.
Exactly. It is a really fun movie. And would you recommend for, like, if you have kids
No,
kind of thing?
no.
Yes. They see that shit on their
Actually-
cell phone every day.
No, not
The-
for kids.
I would agree, not for kids, but
Teenagers, yes,
Yeah,
but not kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not
What
for
is the
under
age
10.
restriction?
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure.
Is
I
it
would
13
I would
these
say
days?
13.
It's probably
Used to be 21.
It should be a 16.
16, I would
It's probably
say.
a 13
Yeah.
these days, as Jason says. But yes, in my opinion, go and watch it. You're going to have a blast, for goodness sake. As long as you don't take it serious. If you walk in there expecting some kind of Oscar nomination material, you're
No.
not going to get it. If you walk in there expecting some fun, you're going to get it. Jason, your last 30
Yes,
seconds.
Yeah, non-belief. Just go in there. It's non-fiction, or is it fiction? Or is it non-fiction, or is it fiction?
How meta.
That is exactly how they drove it. No, after the trailer, it's been on Netflix now for what, a month or whatever.
No,
Not
really?
even, like
Yeah.
2 weeks.
I've seen it
or
sitting
weeks, sorry.
there. I
2
haven't
weeks.
touched it after all the Adam Sandler shit that I had to endure.